One thing to assure you is by the end of this video you will actually be able to make money using this strategy, because this is a very easy strategy based on market structure, just like how we shall be seeing in a few minutes. Okay, so what's up gang, it's your boy Video Lab back in this video, you feel what I'm saying. So I'm going to be basically breaking down a very easy market structure strategy, so easy, in about 15 or 10 minutes. So make sure you watch the video until the end, okay? Because if you do not watch the video until the end or skip any part, you could actually miss out some of the important parts of the strategy, right? So one thing to make clear guys is actually spend too much time trying to come up with these strategies and then working on these videos. So the only thing that you guys can only do is smashing the like button, okay? Smash the like button for YouTube algorithm, and please make sure you hit the subscribe button, of course, to see the community grow, okay? So without any further ado, we are going to slide into the video because I do not want to spend too much time saying stuff, okay? And by the way guys, for you guys who have been asking about the broker, you can actually sign up. The link is in the description below. You'll get 100% deposit bonus on each deposit that you make. So let's slide into the video. Alright guys, so I'm going to slide into the strategy straight away. So just like what I told you, this is based on market structure, okay? It's based on market structure. So we are going to be basically looking at this. It's so easy, okay? So just trust the process, keep watching, okay, to absorb what I'm going to be showing you, because at least one thing I know is it's so easy and it will be so easy to grasp. So the first thing that we are going to be looking at, we just have to trade with the general market trend. We do not have to go against the market trend in this strategy. So what's the general market trend? So let me illustrate something real quick here. So this is what happens in the downtrend. So let's say we have a downtrend, so we are going to see the market pushing downwards, okay, and then pulling a little bit backwards. So it pushed down, then did a pullback, and then pushed down to break this level, and then it has to push a little bit back up to do a pullback, and then push down to break the previous level, then just like that, okay? So what we can mark out these levels, let's use any color here, okay? So what we so we are going to basically now mark these levels in here. So we have this level here, we also have this level here, we also have this level here. So that's in a downtrend, okay? That's a downtrend. It's a downtrend, or we can also call it a bearish trend, okay? So that's the first thing. And then in an uptrend, of course, we are looking now at the opposite, okay? So in the uptrend now, we'll be looking at this. So let me adjust this a little bit. So in the uptrend, we are looking at such moves. So it's going to push back, it's going to push up, then pull a little bit backwards, then push up to break the previous level, pull back at the previous level, push up. So you can see that it's just basically just like this, right? So to make one thing clear before we go any further, so this is in an uptrend, okay? This is the uptrend. So to make one thing clear, so in the downtrend we are basically forming lower lows and then lower highs, okay? So we have these levels here, let me show you. So we have this level, we have this level, we have this level. Again, we also have these levels, these levels, these levels. So these down ones here, 4, 5, 6 are lower lows, okay? And then 1, 2, 3 are called lower highs, okay? This is a lower low, this is a lower low. It's called a lower low because it's lower than the previous low. So we basically call them lower lows. And then these ones are lower highs. These are highs but in a downtrend, so we call them lower highs, okay? So this is what happens in the downtrend. So we are going to be basically looking at the same market structures, these same formations in the uptrend. Again, in the uptrend we have 1, 2, we don't have the other one here, but I would push back down and then push back up, then we have this. So now we have these levels here, so these are called higher lows, okay, and then these are called higher highs. So that's the first thing. So now we are going to go into the market and look at these levels. So and then I'll be showing you how you can easily get trades. So the first thing is, before we actually go to the real charts, this is where we would be looking for trades and confirmations. So we would be looking at these levels here. So when the market pushes pulls back up at this point here, we'll be taking a trade here. But then as we shall later be discussing, the chart patterns that we have to be looking at, we shall be looking at, you have to consider double tops, you have to consider engulfing candlesticks, such kind of stuff, okay. So in a downtrend, we are going to be basically waiting for the pullbacks to the previous key level and then take trades, okay. So you guys can see that the market pushed downwards and then pulled back to this point, okay, and then pushed downwards. But then actually to relate to support and resistance, at this point here, this is now a support, okay, because the price pushed up to this level. Now, so we are going to get into the chart so we can see how this basically happens, okay. So let me wrap off everything. Good. Now we are going to look at what exactly happens. So this is your USD on the 4-hour time frame. So we are going to see what we just illustrated in the live charts, so we can see how you can easily get trades, because this is so easy. Now by me looking, you can easily see that this is a downtrend, because we have the formation that we actually just discussed, that in the downtrend this is how it moves: pull back, push down, pull back, push down, to form these levels, 1, 2, then these levels, okay. So this is what is happening in here. So you can see that the market was the original trend is a downtrend. Let me show you real quick. So I'm just going to zoom. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can show you what exactly I am trying to show you. Now this is it. So you can see that at least it's a downtrend. Why? Because we have the lower lows and lower highs forming already. You can see that we have these levels, we have this, we have this, we have this. You can see that the market is pushing downwards continuously. Then you also have these levels here, okay, these levels all over. Right now, sorry. So how do we come up with trades? So the first thing that you are going to do is you are going to look for levels where pullbacks actually happen. So let's consider where we are currently. So we have this point here. So we are going to be looking at this. Let me adjust a little bit. Sorry. Let me delete this, please, real quick. Good. Now this is what we are looking at. So already we have a level here. We have our first level here. So you can see that the level is broken already. We know it's a downtrend. And then we can see that after breaking the level, the market pushed down. So we expected a pullback to push up to this level, okay, for a retest and then break down. But then that didn't happen, but at least you can see that the level is broken and then kind of a pullback happened, okay. Remember, this is on the H4 and then the market pushed downwards. So now these are the points where I would be taking trades, these particular points here, these particular points. So one thing that I need to emphasize is before you actually execute trades using the strategy, it's actually better to bring in some chart patterns, okay. It's better to bring in some chart patterns so you can combine them at least to get even more accurate entries, okay, entries. So check this out. So this is what we are basically talking about. So we'll be getting trades at this point here to get to get the sale, okay, to take a sale so would enter position here, then place a stop loss a little bit above the pullback, and then I take profit of about 1 to 2, right? Good. And then I would also again get another entry at this point here. Again, extend the stop loss a little bit above the pullback. So we are basically taking trades on the pullbacks, okay? To make the thing clear and easier, we are basically taking trades on the pullbacks. So you do not have to confuse yourself. Now let me show you something real quick. We are basically taking trades on the pullbacks. So let's get back a little bit back and see. Again, we can also consider this. And easier, we can also draw a trend line. We have a trend line. Let me use this one here. So we have a trend line here. Then we also have one more down. To form a channel, okay? So these trend lines are supposed to be drawn accurately. Good. So what was I telling you about? So you can see these formations here. You can see that the market is pushing up and then pushing down to break the previous level, and then pushing up on the pullback to push a little bit downwards. So basically the point is, now we are taking again trades on the pullbacks. Mainly we are focusing on pullbacks, okay? We are focusing on pullbacks. So by the way, guys, if you guys find anything that you do not understand, feel free to comment down below, and I can even get back and do one more video explaining this better. So you can see that we'll be taking trades at these pullbacks here. Be taking trades at the pullbacks, extend the stop loss a little bit above the pullback, and then get a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. Again, I would also take one more here. Then I of course extend the take profit to cover up 1 to 2. So I hope you guys can see that this is a little bit easier, okay? The first thing is you just have to identify the general market trend, and then after identifying the general market trend, the main point is we are taking trades at pullbacks, okay? Because at least at the pullbacks, we are rest assured that since the trend was on, it's most probably going to continue. One thing that I'm trying to emphasize is you have to learn some market structures, because it's so important. So we are going to look at the buys, okay? If it was an uptrend, what would we do? Again, I can notice that we had this one here. I can see that this was an uptrend already, this short-term uptrend. So we had these levels here. We have this level here, yeah, and then let's try this one here. So again, what was I saying? You can see that the market was pushing up and then pulling back. So we'd be looking at this level here for entries. Then you can see that the trade that would have entered here, placing a stop loss just a little bit below, and then extending the take profit at least to cover up 1 to 2 would have been a good deal. Again, you can see that pullbacks are so effective, and then we can easily get trades, okay? So to emphasize this again, the first thing is you just have to identify the general market trend, and I showed you initially on how to get the general market trend. It's better to start from a bigger time frame and then consider that the lower lows and lower highs are highs and higher lows, okay, in an uptrend and then a downtrend, just like how I'd actually illustrated initially in the beginning. So after finding that, now we are basically looking at taking trades at the pullbacks. Again, I hope you guys remember how I showed how to find these pullbacks. These pullbacks usually happen after push phase. To redo this thing real quick, pullbacks usually happen after push phases. Let me show you real quick. This is a push phase, this is a pullback, a push phase, okay? A pullback, a push phase in an uptrend, okay? A pullback, a push phase. So we have these levels, okay? These levels. So what I was telling you is we take trades at these points here, where the pullbacks happen, these points here. And then in the downtrend, this is what happens. It's a push down, pullback, push down, pullback, push down, pullback, push down, okay? Again, push phases. So we have these levels here, we have these levels, we have this level here, and then we also have another level here. Again, we are basically taking trades at these points here, the pullbacks, okay? These pullbacks. This was also a pullback, okay? So I hope you guys understand the concept, because this is just so easy. So that's what I had for you guys. If you guys like the video, please make sure you hit the like button, and of course hit the subscribe button, and I am out for today.